Coach LaMonte has lived in Charlotte for nearly 10 years. He's a staple on our air, but behind the scenes, Coach LaMonte has been struggling, and he wants you to know mental health is something we can all talk about, and you're not alone.
This is Coach LaMonte reminding you to have your best YouDay.
We all know Coach LaMonte from his YouDay segments.
There are people that need encouragement. There are people who need hope that do not have it.
He said he always knew he wanted to be on TV.
My mom, she worked for WXYZ, it's an ABC affiliate.
But life for LaMonte Odoms hasn't been easy, especially this past year.
You're giving encouragement to others. At the same time, you were struggling.
You have this motivational guy who seems confident.
We all need someone.
I wasn't listening to what was coming out of my mouth or what I was writing. And here I found myself about to end everything.
A phone call at just the right time from his mother stopped him.
And my mom said, you know what? I need you to come to Texas. My mom lives in Texas. She says, I need you to come, buy a one-way ticket and put everything on hold. Once I got there and once I started working with a therapy group there, things started clicking and I started to tap into that healing. For so many years, Sarah, I was stuck in the little boy.
At the age of 5, LaMonte was sexually abused by a male relative.
It really transitioned into anger and depression.
The abuse continued, and LaMonte carried that with him in the years after. His first year in Charlotte, while on television, his family was homeless.
And I perfected wearing this mask. When the cameras came on, I was smiling, upbeat, jovial. I'm like, yeah, you can do this, you can do this. When the cameras were off, I would get in the car and I would literally break down crying.
This wasn't the first time Coach LaMonte struggled with thoughts of suicide.
I would say it really hit in 1991, and I was literally in the hospital. I just knew then that though I didn't die and I knew I wanted to die, I knew that this wasn't the end of my pain.
And you still didn't try to seek out help.
Still didn't.
Why?
Because we really weren't talking about mental illness, and the stigma of sitting down with a therapist or a psychiatrist or a psychologist, you were quickly labeled. You were just called crazy. And unfortunately, that prevented so many people from seeking help. And that's one of the reasons why I became a coach, because I wanted to tell people advice that I wish that someone would have told me.
Coach LaMonte says he's in a good place now and getting the help he needed for so long.
Knowing that what I was dealing with all these years was being bipolar. And I believe so many people are scared of coming forward when they're dealing with some type of mental illness because they don't want to be labeled and they don't want to experience shame and embarrassment. I literally see myself on the other side of the camera with everybody else. And I'm speaking to LaMonte now, when before I was ignoring him, but now I hear him. And because I hear him, his voice is ringing back to me, and it's constantly reminding me that we can do this.
We want to thank Coach LaMonte for opening up and being so vulnerable and sharing his story. If you or a loved one are facing thoughts of suicide or self-harm, there is help readily available. You can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. It is staffed 24/7.